Hello, everyone. This week, we had the opportunity to have a conversation about internal and external barriers. Specifically, we spoke about internal barriers because internal barriers are the things that surround us, that change our dynamic, our behaviors, how we communicate with others. It is our perspective and our perceptions and opinions and feelings about ourselves and how we react or respond to others. I chose to talk about the internal barriers first because those are the things that you and I both can control, that we can make decisions about and change some of our behaviors and our perception and our thoughts and our responses. One of the internal barriers that we talked about this week was fear. And how fear has the ability to stifle us, to cause us to, just stop in our tracks, to pause and abandon our dreams, our goal, and believe that we don't have a purpose or that we exist without a purpose. And I had the opportunity to post about this week and collaborate a little bit with you ladies about how fear is nothing but a lie that we have believed. We first believed that we were brilliant, that we were beautiful, that, we exist for a purpose, for a reason. And then all of a sudden, maybe we had an experience or an encounter, or we were in a relationship, or, something was said to us or done to us that we were engaged in something. It could be an atmosphere that made us feel insecure, or it could be, a relationship that made us feel inadequate. It could be any number of those things. It could be on our job where we felt like what we were not doing was valuable or added value. And so therefore, somewhere along the line, we bought into the lie, which provoked that fear in us. And that's why internal barriers are so important, because we have to talk about the things that we can change, that we have control over, that we can make a decision and things can change. Now, I will say this, most of the time when we are dealing with an internal barrier, specifically like fear, it is because we have made a decision to believe it. Okay, we don't have to believe it. We don't have to accept it. We do not have to allow those things in our lives. So we have the power to change that. And I think today is a good day to make those changes. Now I want to talk about decisions and decision making. Because most of the times when we are dealing with internal barriers, when we're dealing with fear, when we're dealing with insecurities, when we're dealing with any of those things, is because either we made a decision to allow it, or we negated or abandoned or decided not to make a decision that we need to make in order to make sure that those things do not exist around us. Yes, you are the important element, characteristic, key to making sure that internal barriers are identified and dealt with and removed. This is how you move forward. This is how you start making better decisions. This is how you start having better relationships. This is how you start having better encounters in life. I think what we have to realize is this is our journey. This is our process. This is our life, and we are responsible for that. And it's all about your belief. What do you believe about yourself? What do you believe? The reason why you're here, why you exist, why you were created, what your purpose is, your goals, your vision, your dream. What do you believe? And then whatever it is you believe, make sure that it does not contradict what God says about you. And I can tell you right now that if your belief is something negative about yourself, You've got to identify that negativity, and you got to remove it. Now, I'm not talking about strengths and weaknesses, because we all have strengths and we all have weaknesses. I'm talking about something negative, something that you know that causes you to feel insecure. It brings up anger or animosity or things that don't benefit you in a positive way. It doesn't enlighten you or motivate you or make you feel worthy. But it seems to make you feel devalued, less than. Those things could be words that have been spoken over you. It could be, conversations that you have had. It could be relationships that you have been in, that we should have made a decision to get out of, but we stayed in, and the longer you stay in, the more you start feeling even lower because you're settling. It could be a job that we took that we knew that we really were not passionate about, and we just took that job, and on that job the whole time we were just feeling, just low, like we shouldn't be here. All of those things play a part. It could be society. It could be why you are watching TV, a commercial comes on and makes you feel some type of way. It could be so many things. But whatever it is, you have to identify it. This is how we move forward. We're bold enough to identify what it is in our life that is causing us pain, that's causing us heartache, that is causing us dismay, that is causing us to feel low, devalued, worthless. We have to find out what that is, because that's how we remove those internal barriers. As I said before, you are the main ingredient, the main element. That's just how important you are, to where you can make a decision and remove that barrier so you can move forward.